Welcome to Connie's in the Mix, your health and your money. And today I would like to talk about looking 10 years younger without plastic surgery. I had a lot of guests on my WNN radio show in Boca Raton here for Florida, and they were involved into the beauty business, health business, healing business, and I have to tell you, I learned a lot there. One of my guests was Roan Pinnoy. He is a star makeup artist in Paris. He did huge magazines like the covers of Marie Claire. He did Elle magazine. He worked for the Vogue magazine, and he was here for a time in Miami. And he came to my radio show for an interview. You can see that short interview also here on YouTube on one of the shows. You can look under the name Roan. Roan Pinnoy, Pinnoy, and then you see the interview right there. And I was asking him, what can you do without surgery? And he's sitting on the top of the business, it has to do with beauty, and he told me things. He doesn't get paid from anybody, so we didn't have any sponsorings from any makeup artists, nothing, or any makeup businesses. So what he said to the listeners there was very essential. There was no money behind. It's his private, personal opinion of working in the beauty business for 20 years. He said he personally recommends Dr. Perricone products. They are not that expensive, but they have everything in it what the skin needs to really look fresh and young. So Dr. Perricone, guess who was running? I was running buying that. Also, he said NARS lipstick is quality-wise the best, because when you are eating and drinking, it will be still on your lips after that. And I always bought L'Oreal, and it's like a lower price range. But I have to tell you, when I tried Christian Dior, it was not really a big difference. And the Dior cost $35 or $38, and the L'Oreal, what is $8-9. And I really didn't see any difference there besides just the beautiful thing of Christian Dior. And I used it like everybody could see it, that it was Dior. That's not how it should be. It should be really good quality, and I didn't know which is good. So NARS, he said, NARS. I didn't even hear about the name before he told me that. So I looked it up, and now I see sometimes advertising in Elle or Marie Claire magazine. Now I see they are really on the market. Also, he recommended for mascara, very important. The best mascara, he said, is Chanel. And that's what he loves to use. It gives the most beautiful eyelashes naturally. It doesn't look like, you don't have to buy fake. They make them very long and very nice. And after 1.5 years, it still looks like fresh in the bottle. If you use the cheaper ones, you can throw them away after 6 months latest. Otherwise, you get these huge legs of like fly legs. That's not how your eyes should look like, and your eyelashes. So I thought that is really very, very helpful. Again, take a look at my YouTube video there. When he was on my radio show, we did a 3-minute, 4-minute YouTube before my radio started I think it was last November. So here are the beauty ideas. Now there are different other ideas to look young. Personally, and when you look into magazines from Harvard and other health magazines, everybody really comes to that one point that the most important thing to look healthy and young is the cheapest thing. It's sleeping. When you don't have a good night's sleep, you can see that under your eyes with this huge dark rings there, and you can put on makeup as you want, you will still see them. I see them myself too. When I didn't sleep well, you can see immediately in your eyes that you had a bad night, and you look immediately 20 years older. Now, when you have a good night's sleep, relaxed and refreshed, you wake up, your eyes, they are just glowing, and you look forward to the day, and you feel energized. And it's a big problem because half of the nation cannot sleep well. That's a big problem. And that's why this industry is so big, with the pills for the drugs to go to sleep. Now the problem is, now sometimes when I'm nervous and I'm preparing for something official and I take a light sleeping pill, sometimes I do that because I have also anxiety. Yeah, that happens to me too. The next day I slept then my 8-9 hours, but the next day I'm still tired. So the pill doesn't really help me because I'm tired the whole night, I'm tired the next day, and I'm tired in the evening again. And so I'm tired and tired, and that you can see too. That's the problem with the sleeping pills. You are then the next day tired too. So here you have to find a way, in a natural way, to find a good night's sleep. And honestly, very honestly, you know how I found good night's sleep, and maybe you will smile about that, but you know what, it helps me, and that's the main thing. You have to find a way that helps you. My way, I went to a Reiki class. I have Reiki 1 and 2. I did these 2 classes, and they teach you how to open your crown chakra and just pull energy in there, and you fall asleep. And I promise you, and my husband hates that, you can imagine. I open the crown chakra, I see the energy flowing. In that moment, I already passed out and I'm in deep, deep sleep. And it's so deep that I don't even have time to pull up my cover. I'm in sleep 5-6 seconds after I work with this Reiki thing with the crown chakra. 6 seconds. My husband doesn't even have time to say good night. Really, that's how strong that is. And you believe it or not, it doesn't really matter. But why don't you take this chance and look around who's offering Reiki? You need Reiki 1 and Reiki 2 to be able to do that, to open your own chakra. So, and again, I'm not selling you anything. I have no idea which Reiki trainer you should go. I cannot recommend anybody, but this is what helps me, and I'm sleeping like a baby, and my husband is very, very sad about that because he's telling me, please don't open that thing above your head. He doesn't believe in chakra systems. Don't open that thing above your head before I'm coming in, because I will not be able to say good night or doing more than that. So that's how it works for me. It works perfectly. Then, to stay also young, I'm looking into the reunion. I have 30 years reunion in 2 weeks, and I can see pictures coming up now on Facebook and Instagram from my classmates, and some of them, they look like my own grandparents. They look so old, they look tired, and they tell me that they are already preparing for retirement. What retirement? I'm 49. I just got started. What do you mean retirement? I cannot even imagine to think about retirement. I'm so full of energy and happiness and all. Who wants to retire? What do you mean retirement? Yes, and the children are gone. They are all at universities, and now they are home, and they are eating, and they don't do any sports, and they are bored. And you know, we are happy when we don't have to go to work anymore. And they work for the government. I can imagine that the government work is not really too exciting. I can see the point. But you need other things than what's exciting to you. Maybe you try to get a job inside the government part what you really like. And why are you working anyway 25, 30 years in a job what you really don't like? Why are you doing that? There are so many exciting things, and I'm so happy about myself that I have this exciting life. Okay, I have to admit, sometimes I would be happy if it would be more quiet too, because it's always very high and then very low, and these up and downs are really stressful. But I have to tell you, if I would sit in a chair the whole day and putting in numbers like as a banker as I did, I could not do that. I really need some excitement. I like to meet new people. I like to learn. I like to educate. And I like to educate also myself too. So I always need change. And this is what brings me forward. And this is what makes you look young. To go forward and to learn and to think about new things, and that's what keeps you young. And these classmates who look so old, they don't do their hair anymore, and they wear old stuff. I cannot even imagine. Maybe they say it's not even worth to buy anything anymore. I have no idea what they think, but I can tell you, when I will fly back to Germany in 2 weeks, I let them know that this, I think, is not the right way to be alive, because they already asked me on Facebook how I do it, that I look like 10 years younger, honestly. And again, I told them no plastic surgery. I don't even use Botox. I really don't use anything. And maybe one or two makeup artists would tell me I would need a little bit more of that. I don't really care. I'm happy as it is. And I like myself very much as it is. So that's just all what it is. I will say that in Germany too in 2 weeks. Then the food, the nutrition, what you eat. Plant-based food is also supporting very much being young. Cut down a little bit of your meat if you eat every day. 2-3 times a week meat is more than enough. It's really fine. Try to eat plant-based. You can have a little bit pasta too. Try to eat whole grain pasta, and you will see that it's loosening up your digestion system. It's helping to digest. And I eat a lot of nuts, healthy nuts in the afternoon, also helping your digestion with all the fiber. Now, when your digestion is well, means you are pooping great. That's like cleaning up the body from inside. This is it. You poop well, you sleep well, you eat well, and that's all what it is for looking 10 years younger, I promise you. And some sports. You need to exercise 3 times a week. That's what I always recommend. 30 to 40 minutes, 3 times a week will change your world. Promise you. And then I was looking further here, what I can share with you, what I read this week. And it says there is a supplement scam in the Nutrition Action Health Letter, which the good news is that I don't even know where I put the Nutrition Action Health Letter. Give me just a second. This is the live show. This is the good news with the live, and I cannot find the Nutrition Action Health Letter. It says there's a big scam going on with supplements when they say that you can see better when you take different oils, when you buy different products, when you have no heart problems, when you buy this and that products, this and that supplements. And CVS had a big thing going on. Also, they also said that they sell products which help you look younger. This is not how it works. And in the new Nutrition Action Health Letter, that's the May issue, they have a big article to that. And I'm so sorry that it's just not here in my paperwork, because I really want to read you a little bit about it. And I will put that next Friday on the show. I'm so organized, so I organized it away, and I have no idea where it is. So next Friday, I will go more into that supplement scam from the Nutrition Action Health Letter from May 2016. And then I found something, and that was interesting. It was in both magazines parallel. It was in the Harvard Health Letter this May, and also the Cornell Medical College Women's Nutrition Letter, also this issue from May. They are both talking about coffee and advantages of coffee. I know that you wake up when you drink coffee. That's why probably most of you are drinking coffee in the morning. But there's so much more to that. You have no idea. There's so much more to that. It says here in the Women's Nutrition Connection, coffee linked to lower risk of stroke, skin cancer, and depression. So the depression part, I never heard. I also never heard the skin cancer part either. It says that extra cup of coffee in the morning may do more than give you a quick energy boost. That's what I thought. Recent research indicates that drinking coffee is associated with a lower risk of stroke and basal cell carcinoma, and it may lower the incidence of depression in older women. Very interesting. I see in my gym at Fit and Fight that there are some women over 50, 60 who take antidepressants, where I'm very much normally against it, because I think you can do a lot on your own. I'm not talking about this 5% who are probably, it's a chemical imbalance. I talk about all the others who get immediately prescription drugs, and I think you can do a lot on your own by moving. Most of my women are now without antidepressants because of exercising, and their metabolism got up and they feel so much stronger. So slowly, with the help of the doctor, they cut off slowly the antidepressants, and now they are fine without pills. Very, very important. So just by here, I tell you that beside the coffee thing here. It also says in both the cancer study presented in the International Conference on Frontiers in Cancer Prevention Research and the depression study published in the Archives of Internal Medicine, researchers found that caffeine may be the key protective ingredient in coffee, since decaffeinated coffee consumption was not associated with any health benefits in those studies. Okay, that's bad news for me, because I am drinking in the afternoon decaf, because when I went on juicing, I saw how dependent I get on caffeine. When I stopped drinking coffee, I was dead tired the whole day, and also I got cravings for coffee, and I got horrible headaches without having my coffee. So I didn't want to have that. Now I reduced the coffee. I drink coffee. I have 2 cups in the morning, 2 small cups in the morning, and in the afternoon I have decaf. So it says the decaf doesn't really do anything besides tasting like coffee. Then what else does it say? Coffee is rich in antioxidants, and antioxidants may protect your body against free radicals, which damage cells and can lead to cancer, heart disease, and other chronic diseases. Study findings: the depression study, which included 50,000 women with an average age of 63, found that women who drank 4 8-ounce cups of caffeinated coffee daily are 20% less likely to become depressed than women who rarely drink coffee. The researchers suggested that one possible explanation for caffeine role is lowering depression risk is that, I have to turn the page, caffeine appears to protect the brain against certain neurotoxins that interfere with the release of chemicals related to mood. Now that's really interesting. I never heard that. Other studies have shown coffee consumption to be associated with reducing the risk of Parkinson's disease, type 2 diabetes, liver cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and dementia. Some research has also shown that drinking coffee may actually help improve cognitive functions. Very, very interesting. And for sure I will keep this one magazine, because I've never heard so many good news from coffee. But I think, again, 2 cups of coffee should be enough, so you don't get dependent on caffeine. You should not get that. The side effects also, you drink coffee too late, it could be that you cannot sleep, because the caffeine is a metabolism booster. But also, it's, on the other hand, it's a good idea an hour before you exercise to drink a little coffee. I like also sometimes an espresso there, and that wakes you up, it boosts your metabolism, and you get stronger. Natural way to get stronger while you are exercising with weights. And also, you have stomach problems, stomach issues, it can also cause acid reflux. That's a big thing with the nutrition, why you have acid reflux. A lot of times you consume too much sugar, you consume too much bread, and sugar and bread also causes acid reflux, and the coffee just increases that too. There you have to be careful. Then you have to talk to your doctor. Otherwise, why not? I always tell you, try it on your own. Try for 2 weeks. How do you feel with 2 cups of coffee every day? Do you feel the boost of energy? Do you feel that? Do you feel well with it? Not every coffee is the same. Try to find a brand what you really like. Very important. I like the coffee brand, honestly, from Costco is very good. I like also Dallmayr Perdomo, that's from Austria. I like that coffee too. And Lavazza, I like to it, the Italian one, sure, the Italian is very good too. Find out what type of coffee you like, and then go for it. 2 cups a day, I really recommend. Now, when I was already in the coffee, I was thinking, now if that's such a recommendation, how are the coffee stocks doing? What do we have here on the market? And I'm looking into Keurig Green Mountain Coffee. And I'm looking at their stocks, and then it's from $159. They went down to $50, and then they went up again. And I want to look on my Scottrade account how the stocks are doing. And I don't find anything, and I don't find anything, and I cannot believe what's happening here. And guess what? They got bought by JAB Holdings. They got bought in March. Means they saw also something good in this coffee company, and it had a PA ratio of 30. That's very high. Now you cannot buy the stocks anymore because they are in this holding company and they are gone. Too bad. So we have two more things also, and that's now the third time I look into Starbucks. Starbucks is SBUX, and it has big international growth coming up. Howard Schultz, the CEO, is a really great CEO, and he knows what he's doing here. When you look into their stocks, it's coming from $20, and it's right now. That's the good thing when I don't write down what the stock is now, but if I remember, it's around $50, $51 today, and so it more than doubled. I have to say the price per earnings with 32 is also relatively high. I'm not sure if I would buy the stocks right now because I'm expecting the market will come down in the next 12 months. That's somehow my feeling, that I'm expecting what's happening. So maybe you are in a holding position and in a watch position. Put it on your watch list, on your Scottrade account or whatever account you have. Put it on a watch list and watch it. And if it's coming down to 25, 24, start shopping for sure. Also, Dunkin' brand has also coffee. It's a big part of the brand. But I personally don't like Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins because it's just 90% sugar and the 10% is the coffee here for me. And when I think about Dunkin' Donuts and America runs on Dunkin', I'm thinking, oh my God, that's exactly the problem. America runs on Dunkin', and this is why we have obesity. It's just my thinking. So I personally, I would not buy Dunkin' Donuts brand for that or the stock. Think about it. If you don't care, you just want to make money. Also, the earnings here, price per earnings is 32.2, also relatively high. Wait till it's coming down to 25, 24, and then start shopping if you don't care. If you just care about money, that's your thing. For me, Starbucks it will be. It's on my watch list already. Reboot your health and fitness today. Today is the day, and see you next Friday.